All right, it appears that we are having more games, more mobile games finally come to Steam. Like in today, we have Epic 7 finally coming to Steam. Now, if you've never heard of Epic 7, it's been around for 8 years, pretty popular. Um a lot of people played it way back in the day. I'm not sure about how popular it is now, but I know at a time super popular. It was so popular that it had like other games take inspiration from it. Games like Azer, not Azer Gear. Azer Gear took inspiration from like Honkai. It was like I don't remember the name of the game, but it shut down. But it took inspiration from Epic 7, and yeah, I could be wrong, but I feel like it took inspiration from it. Anyways, that's not the point. Finally coming to Steam. We don't know when, but we know it's coming out this year. To celebrate its 8th anniversary, Epic 7 is officially coming to Steam this year. There will also be a special collaboration with Chaos Zero Nightmare, bringing Rena, Haru, and Maitland to Epic 7 as playable characters. As part of the 8th anniversary celebration, players can get up to 12,160 free summons throughout the event. I'm about to go re-download Epic 7. That's boy howdy, that's a steal. Epic 7 for me, it's one of those games to where I remember this. Okay. I remember when Epic 7 first came out, I spent like a week hard resetting. That's not a term on Pokemon. I spent a week like resetting until I got Wilfred. I think that's his name. Um until I got Wilfred. I finally got him and I'm like, cool, I can now finally play Epic 7. Just for me to shortly uninstall after I got him because back in the day, my phone did not have a lot of storage, and again, I hate playing games that are landscape on a phone. I just hate doing it. But now that it's coming to PC, even though before I say that, you can play Epic 7 on PC. You can just use Google Play Store and do it that way. But it's not it's the same, but it's not the same because you know you have to install a new thing and all that other stuff, which I still don't understand why every mobile game is not just ported to Steam like day one. Even though now a lot of the games are doing that now. Like there's a lot of games that the second they come out, they do get ported to Steam. But back in the day, this was not a thing that happened. It was not a thing that happened. And I am glad that now I guess companies are like, hey guys, maybe we shouldn't have all of our mobile games either on phones or through separate apps because, maybe people just want to be able to launch everything through one thing instead of having to launch a game on Steam and then launch a game on Epic and then launch a game through our launcher. Just put everything in one place, make it easier for everyone. So I'm glad this is happening finally. Good. Thank you, Epic 7 team. Um, very cool. The only downside about this is if you're not able to transfer your account over, which I imagine you would be able to, because when even though this is different, but when Arknights came out to PC like a week ago, you were able to do that. But obviously, that's kind of different. But I just hope that they do that because there is nothing worse. And Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Break can attest to this because that game is also on Steam, but you have to start over. So, and I imagine it's going to be a turnoff to a lot of the players if they've had this account for like 4 or 5 years, and it's finally coming to PC on Steam, and they're like, oh, finally, cool, I can finally just have this on my computer without having to go through all these hoops and hurdles. And then it says, oh, by the way, everyone's starting fresh. I'm like, well, never mind. Google Play games, I will just use this because I don't want to start over and eat all that stuff again. Hopefully that doesn't happen because that would alienate a lot of people, me included. But I guess we will have to wait and see. Let's see what people are saying about this. I just hope CN comes to Steam and off that dog shit stove client. I forgot it even had that. I forgot it had its own thing, but apparently it's good. That is a good point. I did Stove client for Steam for both games. I have no issue using dedicated launchers for most of my games, but I loathe the Stove content client. That the Stove is fucking malware disguised as a client. Oh, right. I'm gonna have to see if I have that installed. I stopped playing because Stove was so bad. The recent update, they embroidered a video in it. It runs some processors even if you. Oh, right. Now to definitely make sure I don't have that installed no more because that's not cool. When they released the game. And to strike while the iron is frozen. Are you saying that because Epic 7 isn't that popular no more, or what does that mean? Someone tells me it's just going to launch Stove, making this entirely pointless. I have zero interest in the game because of Stove. Imagine, yeah, if it does. Oh, fuck. Well, never mind. If you have to launch it through Stove, I don't know if I'm gonna be that excited no more. Especially reading all the stuff up top. Well, I think I might have to use Google Play Games. Pretty gnarly. Now if all existing gacha games start making, yeah, true, definitely agree. Like I said, what I said before, they usually do this. It's 10 free summons a day in an anniversary. They bumped it to 20 this year. To be fair, the hero pool in this game is massive. It's a good way to get newer people up and running. They've actually revamped the Covenant summons in the game, so now you can choose 7 units and 7 artifacts, and it will only pull from them. It's a okay. I mean, all right. I think after this, I'm reinstalling Epic 7. Um, it's a good incentive to try out the 12,600, 1260 free summons over the course of 60 plus days. But when I think about it, of the commitment I would have to put into Epic 7 again, I just lose interest. I played this game a lot of years ago, then tried to come back a few times, but it never works out. I'm not sure why. I mean, it probably is because Epic 7 is a very grindy game. It's very grindy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Super grindy. I just wish what they would do, and I don't know if this has been implemented, but it would be so nice if it had a thing to where basically if you had to farm, you could just like have it set to where it doesn't on its own. Like kind of like how Dragon Ball Legends does their farming. Like if you have skip tickets, basically you can do 100 quests. Like then there you can just use your skip tickets to do. Oh, no, not even skip tickets. You could just use your stamina to do it right then and there, so that way you're not just like you're not repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again. So I do think Epic 7 should do that because I totally forgot about how grindy this game is until I saw this comment. Because yeah, I remember when I was trying to like evolve some characters and I had to not evolve, but like I don't know what it's called, but like get their crystal done or something. I had to farm like the events, not the events, but there's thing you can farm to get like pieces of the thing to finish their crystals. And I just remember basically what I would do is I would do like 100 runs, ones. I would do 101 runs, and I would just have my phone somewhere else, and then either when my phone died or after like an hour or so, I would check to see where I'm at. And it's not really fun. Sure, you're doing stuff, but you're not doing stuff, if that makes sense. So I hope they do fix that because a lot of games do have like a skip feature, but I don't know if Epic 7 has that. And they probably should, especially since it's the grinding game. I think every game should have that, but especially the ones to where you have to do a stage many times. I think they should have that. Like even before Brave Frontier EOS, I wish that they had that so that way when you're trying to evolve units, you don't have to do the same dungeon over and over again. Even though Now, they don't take that long, but that's not really the point. Sometimes you just want to evolve a unit right into there so you can take them into Grand Gaia Chronicle, a um Grand Quest. You don't want to have to like waste your stamina grinding to get whatever when you can just like do it right then and there and then do whatever else you got to do. But yeah. This game would be a lot better if 90% of the time you weren't playing on an inventory managing emulator. Hypothetically, I could see myself playing the game if there were good custom presets for gear selling and the game automatically. Oh god. I'm starting to remember why I don't play Epic 7 like that no more. I'm starting to remember because I forgot you also have to like manage. Oh man. If it's on PC, it's fine, but like, man, really starting to remember all this. Um, Now that Epic 7 has come to Steam, I hope that okay. Basically, people were saying the same thing. All the free pools in the world won't save you from the gear RNG. Uh, this this is a start. Feels like many old and new games have been coming to Steam lately. Definitely a good sign. I definitely agree. Wholeheartedly agree. I definitely do think there's going to be a time to where whenever like a new mobile game comes out, it'll just automatically be ported to Steam. So that way it's not alienating an audience, but it's fulfilling both of those audiences who want, who have like a beefy setup and they just want to be able to play the game on their computer instead of on their phones. I think eventually we will get to that point. When? I don't know, but I would love for that to happen. And I know this is never going to happen in my lifetime, but I would love for Nintendo and Game Freak to also just port their games to Steam because if they ported Pokemon Unite to Steam, I probably would play it more. Well, actually, let me not say that because I think they're doing some dumb shit there. So I probably wouldn't play Pokemon Unite, but it would be more tempting to do that if it was on Steam Tour, if I'm on my computer and I'm just like, you know what, man? I want to play a League of Legends type game, but I don't want to play League. I don't want to play Dragon Ball Gexen Squadra because I don't know, the season's bad or whatever. And I could be like, you know what? I'll boot up some Pokemon Unite. It would just be very nice if they did that, but don't know when that's gonna happen. Okay, all right. So yeah, to wrap up, Epic 7 is coming to Steam. I'm not too sure about it because of the whole stove launcher thingy. I hope somehow they're able to not have that be a thing because that sounds really bad if we have to use that to get here. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Definitely let me know what your thoughts on Epic 7 coming to Steam and your favorite character in Epic 7. I can't talk because I don't remember the story, but I'm going to go with Wilfred because that was the one that I reset for. But definitely let me know if you're going to check this out now that it's coming to Steam. And yeah, I guess we'll see you in the next one.